Here is a mid-century modern farmhouse kitchen, a maximalist eclectic office, a quickie branding strategy for something as simple as fry sauce, and a cohesive design series of multi-use cards. Take a moment to consider what these images have in common. They're all examples of creative minds at work, designed to evoke feelings, emotions, and reactions. Whether we realize it or not, design is an art form that is a constant in our lives. Yet, as a society, we don't value creators as much as other professions, such as lawyers, doctors, or engineers. We might look at something and say that it's interesting, cool, or unique looking, but we often lack the understanding of how to create a successfully impactful visual work. Basically, we take design for granted. At Charter, I believe that students can benefit from having more programs that allow them to dive deeper into design, architecture, interior, animation, graphic design, web design, fashion, and gaming are just a few. I believe that design is just as important as other fields and actually teaches STEM skills. Science, technology, engineering, and mathematics influence problem solving, advancement, and communication, where shape, color, texture, and space affect emotion, productivity, and comfort. These qualities, when combined, create the concept of design. It takes intellect, forethought, and understanding to take an idea to a tangible installation that not only serves a purpose, but has visual appeal. This thought led me to start a club that would allow students to dive deeper into cultivating and exploring their design skills. However, starting a club was a lot more difficult than I expected. I had to get approval, consider costs, rooms, who'd be the advisor, and the time I'd have to put in each week to make the club reality. It caused more stress than success. So, I decided to find a new solution. I asked myself, how can I create a more fluid way of involvement that not only serves a purpose, but also works better with my schedule? And so, social media. Design is already so digital, so why not make the club digital? And so, the Desire for Design Club page was born. I wanted to see who in my school was interested in architecture, interior, and general design. Then I'd be able to connect people with resources that align with those topics. I would post challenges, tips, and highlight people such as Stephanie Calderon, who is an interior designer in our area and who was able to lend a hand when I needed it. Now, I had a mentor and an Instagram page and no followers, so the next step was to get the word out. I began designing, printing, and putting up posters around the school, as well as making posts and telling my peers about the account to help increase its popularity. I set a goal for myself each week to post a room of the week. I would post a picture with an interesting caption that provided information about the room that's anything from maximalist, modern, minimalist, vintage, or bohemian, and I would ask the followers what they thought about the room. I would also post challenges such as going on a texture walk or drawing your dream floor plan. On top of posting once or twice a week, I would also put quizzes, polls, and room analyses on my story to help add a layer of interaction and connection to the club. At first, my parents were the only ones to be involved and interact with the account. And though I appreciate their support, I wanted the club to be more viewed by my peers. Steadily, my followings increased to 32 followers. Sure, that isn't as much as other influencers, but it's progress. I began to see the results of my efforts, and the more that I interacted with the account, the more people followed, and the more popularity grew. Hopefully, as the club continues to grow, I'll continue to learn how to be an influencer, as well as other skills that accompany that, such as time management, communication, creativity, and of course, design skills. Hopefully, I can bring awareness to the importance of design and its evocative impact on society. Truthfully, the world without design would be boring. We need creators who can encapsulate beauty within a space, object, or concept. So I have a question for you. Do you have a desire for design?